You have once again entered the world of survival horror. Good luck! Alright, so I think we're just about ready to wrap things up here in the guardhouse. We're gonna grab some pretty nice items, put away our ink ribbons. We do need the key and the book. But right now, we are going to take out all the rounds that we have for the bazooka and the bazooka itself. I think, what else am I doing? I feel like I put away the gun, the handgun, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'd just take out the bazooka, even though there's really no reason to keep the handgun on me right now. So this is something stupid that you can that is in this game. The bazooka you can only combine with its own ammo if it's either the same ammo that's already in the bazooka or if the bazooka's empty. So like right now, if I had explosive ammo in the bazooka and I wanted to switch to acid rounds or flame rounds, I couldn't do it unless I wasted all the bullets or all the explosives that I already have in the gun. Which is really stupid. I really do not like that about the bazooka in this game in particular. I would say that was a bad decision that they made, that they quickly fixed. This is another area in the game where I get remake brain, because there's that really dumb puzzle in the remake where you have to, I mean, it's not dumb, it's pretty easy, but it's just a little time-consuming, where you have to put the book in the bookcase and then rearrange the book so that they make a picture. That part was always really annoying to me. Because again, it's a waste of time. In this game, well, I mean, you'll see, but... Come on, dude, get up. Thank you. Damn it. Wasted a bullet. What are you gonna do? So something else that you'll notice I'm not doing here, I don't remember if I did it in the remake or not when I played that game. I think I did. You can make the V-Jolt here, which is how you kill Plant 42 easier, but Plant 42 in this game, the original, is very, very easy to deal with. So making the V-Jolt is just a gigantic waste of time, I would say. Because, you know, you have to make the V-Jolt, which is very complicated in and of itself. And then, second off, you have to go back down to the Aqua Ring to spray it in the roots of Plant 42. And it's a gigantic waste of time, and it's really just not worth doing. So, every time I replay the first game, you know, V-Jolt probably not getting made. But in the remake, I think it's a little bit more worth it. But, you know, whatever. I was going to do it just because I wanted to show the V-Jolt, but honestly, the more I thought about it, I was like, V-Jolt sucks. Also, I always like these angles where you can actually see the character, like, look into the camera. Like, you're close enough where you can actually see them. And how all the characters' faces make them look like aliens in this game. Because the details, it's not quite there yet. So here's Plant 42. Really, all you gotta do is just start aiming up at it and shoot it a couple times. I don't know how I whiffed one of those, because Jill didn't move at all. Yeah, I don't know how I whiffed that one either. So, Plant 42, really not that bad, as long as you're actually hitting it. I'm whiffing a lot of these shots somehow.
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill!
You saved me!
Yeah,
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway? Okay. I'm gonna stay in the soldiers' area and take a look around. Though I'm sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Okay.
So the actual thing that we need to grab in here is right in here. This key. This is a key for the mansion, which means we gotta head back to our old stomping grounds. I don't think that this is like the yawn fight where you can... I've never tried to do it anyway, because it's not really worth it. I've never tried to run over and just grab the key and leave. I don't know if you can. I've genuinely never actually tried that, so I don't know if that's a strategy. I think even in speedruns, I think you fight Plant 42. I've seen people fight Plant 42, so it's probably something you have to do.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
I gotta say, out of all the actors in the game, you know, they're all quite poor, obviously. But Wesker is kind of decent. You know, he has one of my favorite lines in the game that's so poorly delivered, you know. "Stop it! Don't open that door!" is a classic line. But I think for the most part, he does fairly well. Like, he's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, he is, and it doesn't take that much of a stretch of the imagination to say he's bad, but out of everybody in the game, I'd say he's one of the better ones. So we're just putting a whole bunch of stuff away right now. We're taking some stuff out, I think, to combine? Wait, what am I doing? Why am I doing any of the things that I'm doing right now? Yeah, we're gonna put the first aid spray away. I don't know why I'm taking out... And yeah, this is where I'm remembering, oh yeah, you can't do that. So am I just taking all this out? What am I doing? In my defense, we are getting to a part of the game that is going to ramp up the difficulty quite considerably. So I would have to imagine me taking that stuff out was probably because of that. We are probably entering my least favorite little kind of part of the game right here.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me, but somehow, give me a...
This is Jill. Brad? Oh, it's broken.
So yeah, I don't remember. I think in the remake, you just get that cutscene coming out of here anyway. Whereas in this game, you have to actually select the radio. And if I didn't take all that stuff with me, I would have combined all those herbs together. Which is, I remember I was thinking that. I was like, I could have grabbed those herbs. That's okay, because we actually will be using those herbs way later on in the game. So. That was the most annoying thing. I was so frustrated in that moment, because I cannot tell you how many times I practiced this part of the game and never once got hit by one of those dogs. And one of those dogs hit me at literally the last possible second. that he could have ever hit me, and he got me down to caution, so I was very annoyed. Because this is a part of the game that you absolutely do not want to be in caution for. Also, that snake almost got me, too. Having a lot of close calls here. Yeah, this was... I almost gave up playing the game because I forgot how bad this part is. For me, anyway. You know, I'm sure there are people who can still breeze through this part, no problemo. But, yeah, I erroneously stated a couple videos back that the dogs were probably my least favorite enemies to fight in this game, and they still are. There's like a grouping of enemies that are my least favorite things to deal with. It's basically anything faster than you are, something that jumps around, something that can, you know, basically outmaneuver Jill is something that I do not like to fight. Which basically only leaves the zombies as enemies that I actually like fighting. The spiders are fine. Spiders are fine. And the snakes. So here we go. I love he just opens it with his hand. It's so stupid. Look at that. It's so goofy. He uses his hand like a little man. So, we now have hunters on the loose. This is almost certainly my least favorite enemy to deal with in the entire game. Especially this first guy. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're both on screen together. Because the way that the game originally like positions you on screen with the hunter is that you can't see him, you can only see Jill, which basically means you're going to have to guess when he's about to jump at you, and you're probably going to get hit. So run up to him so that you're both on screen together, and you can actually see what he's doing. So before you can look at anything in this room, you actually have to turn the light on, which is quite goofy, because there's a book in here, and I'm just going to use that first aid spray, because otherwise I wasn't going to have any room. And magnum ammo, sure, why not? I'm still going to have to leave this room and come back, unfortunately. Because you can see that there's this book here, but I don't have any space for it. This part of the game, actually, it might be... I don't remember if I do. I think I might. This is actually probably a great time to just put the handgun away. It's not necessarily going to be the last time that we use the handgun, but it definitely, you know, is a good idea to not use it anymore after this point. So yeah, as long as you can see the hunters... Okay, here's the stipulations here. As long as there's one hunter, and as long as you can see him coming at you, it's fine. Everything's fine. But when you start dealing with more than one hunter at a time, it starts getting very, very annoying. The hunters in this game seem like they're like shooting smack and doing dope, because they are way crazier than they are in the remake of this game. I can't say for sure that I've ever died to a hunter in Resident Evil Remake. Whereas in this game, the amount of times I've died to a hunter is probably uncountable. It happens way too frequently. Their worst attack is their jumping attack, which you absolutely do not want to do. You know, you don't want that to have happen to you. If you are on caution, it's an instant kill. I think it's basically anything lower than fine, and you are not, in fact, fine. It is an instant beheading. If they get the jump attack to happen on you, they will just take your head clean off, which is not good. Again, I feel like it's way ramped up in this particular version of the game, the original release of the game. And again, I'm going to go ahead and say one of the main reasons why they are so bad to deal with is simply due to the fact that there is no auto aim whatsoever. If there was auto aim, you can adjust your, position to where they're facing, where they're coming at you from, on the fly. Whereas here, you have to kind of fiddle around with the controls to actually get some sort of an accurate response on where the hunters are. And I'm going to go ahead and say that is 1,000% why they are probably the worst enemies in the entire game to deal with. There's another enemy that's almost as bad, but they show up in one tiny little section of the game that's pretty easy to run by. Use them in case of trouble. Barry. Thanks, Barry. You're a real cool guy sometimes, man. So right now, I'm just heading back to go get the book that we did not grab last time. Our last little visit through here. And I don't even know why I have the handgun out. Because, yeah, from here until a little bit from now, not like a ton of time, but we're mainly going to be dealing with hunters. Hunters are going to be our main enemy for a good little while here. Yeah, I mean, the hunters always have that one-hit kill. I think even in Revelations, which was their, last main appearance. I guess Resident Evil 3, they also have it. Resident Evil 3 Remake. They always have that, and it's always, if you're low caution or in danger, you're dead if that attack comes out. This game, it feels random. I feel like sometimes I've been in fine and it's happened. Low fine, where you're, yellow. The yellow fine, not orange caution. I know I sound like I'm saying, MK Ultra trigger words like low fine. Yeah, orange caution. Just sounds like nonsense words, but it makes sense, trust me. Be careful of the hunters in this game. They are controller-throwingly annoying. At least in my opinion. Put the handgun away, you dope. What are you doing? I guess I'm grabbing ink ribbons. Because that is basically going to be the end of this video. So join me next time where we traverse more of the Spencer Mansion now that our brand new friends, the Hunters, have entered the fray.